You know what nobody says out loud? That they feel like 55 in a 40-year-old body. That they wake up already exhausted before the day has made a single demand. That they look at the old photos from 3 years ago and wonder where that version of them went. Not the younger face, but the energy behind the eyes. Most women quietly assume that this is just what getting older feels like. That the tiredness is normal. That the foggy afternoons are normal. That needing the weekend to recover from the week is normal. And because everyone around them seems to be in the same state, that the same fatigue, same drag, and the same quiet resignation, it starts to feel true. But something being common doesn't make it normal, and it definitely doesn't make it inevitable. What if most of what you're attributing to age has nothing to do with age? What if the way that you feel right now is not a preview of the next decade, but a signal from this one? That's what this video is all about. Not about aging, not about acceptance, not about slowing down. The real reasons your body feels the way it does and what it actually means. Think about the last time you felt genuinely good in your body. Just good. Clear, like yourself. How long ago was that? For most women, the answer is years. Years of accumulated stress load. Seasons that change while strategy didn't. The low-grade tiredness that they wrote off as a busy week, and the inconvenience they kept tolerating until it became intolerable. And the story that they told themselves was, this is just life now. This is what 38 feels like, what 43 feels like, what happens when you are doing everything and holding everyone. But here's what's actually true. The body you are living in right now is not the product of your age. It is the product of your stress load. And those are very different things with very different solutions. Age is a number. Stress load is from lifestyle. One is fixed. The other is yours to redesign. Feeling older than your age isn't a failure. It is information. And your body has been sending the signals, and today we learn to read them. Hi, I'm Thien. I spent over a decade working on my own health, not to become a coach, but because I was tired of feeling weak in my own body, tired of falling sick, tired of feeling older than my own age. I've now since worked with women across more than 8 countries, leaders, entrepreneurs, mothers carrying impossible loads. The ones who feel the worst are rarely the ones doing the least. They are the ones doing the most, training hard, trying every protocol, and still exhausted, still watching their body shift in ways that don't match their effort. In the past, I lived like that as well, training 3 times a day, wearing exhaustion like a badge, until my cycle became irregular. My energy crashed, and I sat there one night asking, is this what doing everything right is supposed to feel like? Feeling older than your age is never random. It always has a source, and when you can see it clearly, the path forward becomes obvious. The body doesn't lie. It just waits until you are ready to stop explaining it away. You're not tired because you're getting older. You're tired because of what the last several years have actually asked of you. You wake up already in mid-thoughts. You manage people, decisions, deadlines, relationships. You carry the mental load of a household, of a team, often both. You show up for everyone and your own needs, rest, nourishment, recovery, keeps getting pushed to after the urgent thing, after the family is sorted, after works calm down. The body responds to what it actually receives, not what you intend to give it, what it actually got. You cannot keep making withdrawals from an account you stop depositing into. Eventually, the body stops covering the difference. What's happening isn't decline. It is depletion. Your body is communicating and the message is the same every time. What I've been given is not enough for what's being asked of me. Think about a power grid. It works perfectly until the demands exceed what it was built to carry. No single change breaks it. It is the accumulation. The slow overload that builds until the day the lights start flickering. And everyone acts surprised, even though the signs were there for months. Your body is that grid. Your life, your career, the relationship, the decisions, the mental load that you carry every day is the demand. When you feel older than your age, the lights are flickering, not because the grid is old, because the demand has quietly outrun the investment in maintaining it. The women who feel younger at 45 than they did at 38 stop letting the demand outpace the investment. They learn to read the flickers before the power went out. So what does the overload look like in the body? Here are the 5 signals. As I go through them, check in honestly, because you can't change what you are not aware of. Recovering is taking longer than it used to. You used to bounce back. A hard week, a late night, a tough session, and within a day you are fine. And the turnaround time has quietly stretched. Now a hard week bleeds into the next one. A workout that should energize you, leave you needing to recover from the workout. You can't pinpoint when it changed. It just gradually become the new normal. Think of the woman who used to train hard all week, have a big weekend, show up Monday ready. Now she needs the weekend just to feel human by Monday. She hasn't gotten weaker. Her recovery debt has gotten larger. When recovery takes longer, it is not your body failing. It is your body telling you the withdrawals have been outrunning the deficit for too long. Recovery isn't a reward for hard work. It is a part of the work. Ignore it and the deficit compounds quietly until it isn't quiet anymore. Signal number 2. Body fat is creeping in despite your efforts. You're not eating more. You might even be eating less, still moving consistently, and yet the body fat is creeping in anyway, usually around the middle, and usually without an explanation that makes sense. When effort doesn't produce the expected results, the instinct is to do more, restrict harder, train more, and the body becomes more resistant, not less. Because what's happening is a stress response. The body conserving energy when it senses overload. It isn't malfunctioning. It is protecting you. Think of a woman tracking her food, going to the gym, getting her sleep, doing everything right on paper, and nothing has shifted in months. She's not failing. She's trying to change the output without changing the conditions driving it. Your body composition is a report card on your internal environment, not just your willpower. Change the internal conditions and the body response, not because you tried harder, but because you finally changed what it was responding to. Signal number 3. Inflammation is showing up in places you are not connecting to health. Bloating without a clear cause, joint stiffness in the morning, skin reacting more than it used to, headaches, indigestions, it becomes unpredictable. Most women treat each symptom as a separate issue. A supplement for the bloating, treatment for the skin, physio for the joints. Spending time and money on every symptom while the thing driving all of them stays completely unaddressed. They aren't separate problems. they are one signals showing up in different places. Inflammation is not a collection of separate problems. It is the body's single answer to one question it has been asking for a long time. When are you going to give me what I need? Address the source and the symptoms resolve, not because you manage them individually, because the condition created them has changed. Hey, listen, I appreciate you. And if you're watching this and something I've shared is resonating with you, I want to ask you to do two simple things. First, hit the like button because it tells YouTube that this conversation matters, so it can reach more women who feel stuck in their body, their energy, and their consistency and think that they are the problem. And second, subscribe, because on this channel, I'm going to talk about things that most people don't explain clearly. How to build strength without burning yourself out. How to lead your body instead of fighting it. And how to stop relying on willpower and start creating consistency that actually lasts, and how energy, identity, physiology quietly shape the life that you're living. So if you are someone who's tired of trying harder and ready to understand your body and yourself differently, then this channel is for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe. And now back to the video. Signal number 4. Your hormonal rhythm is off. Mood swings before the period that felt out of proportion. Energy crashes unpredictably across the month. Cycles have become heavier, more irregular, harder to get through. Hormonal rhythms are very sensitive to how you live, your sleep, your stress load, how well you eat and recover. When those inputs are chronically insufficient, the system compensates. And the compensations are what women have accepted as normal female experience. They are not normal. They are signals. The women I work with who has severe symptoms in their cycles are consistently the ones who carry the heaviest load everywhere else. That's not coincidence. Your hormones is not working against you. It is responding precisely to the life that you are living. Change the life and your hormones change with that. Hormonal balance is the outcome of a body that is genuinely healthy. When the inputs change, the balance restores reliably. Signal number 5. Your mental sharpness is not what it was. You used to walk into the room and own it. Do 10 things at once. Sharp at the end of a 3-hour meeting. Now you are rereading the same paragraph, losing the word mid-sentence, walking into the room and forgetting why. This frightens you more than any physical symptoms, because your mind is the thing you always have been able to rely on. The brain runs on quality fuel, restorative sleep, and the body that is not in constant conservation mode. When those inputs go, clarity goes with them. The same load driving everything else, also quietly dimming the edge you built your career on. Brain fog is not who you are becoming. It is what happens when the system that runs your mind has under-resourced for so long. Mental sharpness doesn't return with better focus strategies or supplements. It returns when the body is finally given what it needs. Rebuild the conditions and the clarity will follow. Look at those 5 signals together: recovery, body composition, inflammation, hormonal balance, and mental sharpness. None of them are separate problems. They are the same problem. A system running on constant depletion with no real investment going back in. Every woman experiencing them has been told the same thing. This is just what life is right now. You are getting older. That is normal. It might be common, but it is not normal. And it is not what the next decade should look like. These signals are all reversible, not through 30-day challenge, but through understanding what is driving them and addressing the source. That is a completely different kind of work, and it creates completely different kind of result, sustainable one. There are 2 women that I want you to picture. The first has accepted the narrative. She's tired, she's managing, she quietly hopes things become easy when life settles down. She's not giving up, she's just waiting. The second decided something different. She stopped treating exhaustion like a price of a full life. She started reading her body's signal as information rather than inconvenience. She stopped living in a way that is aging her faster than time ever could. The woman who feels younger at 50 than she did at 40 years old didn't find the perfect protocol. She stopped tolerating the signals and started responding to them. That shift is available to you, not someday, starting now with how honestly you answer the question that I'm about to ask. If your body has been sending you signals, and it has, which one have you been calling normal that you know isn't? Sit with that, because the answer tells you exactly where to start. If you recognize yourself in what we covered today, if more than one of those signals felt familiar, then you already know this isn't a situation where you need more information. The Peak Performance Challenge is a 3-focus day where we go from identifying what is draining you to building the foundation that actually sustains you. Energy, identity, and a clear picture of the body and the life that you are building towards. 3 days, structured, designed for the women who are done accepting survival spiral as their default. The link is in the description below. Come and build something that lasts. You're not too old. You're not too busy. You're not too far gone. You are overdue for a different kind of investment. And I'd like to see you in the Peak Performance Challenge. So thank you for watching this video today. I'll see you in the next one. And feel free to check out these 2 videos as well.